Howdy Geekazoids, and it's that time again. Another review from Z2H Universe. And do I have an unorthodox piece to review or what? I accidentally came across this figure that goes by the name The Sorceress, model number FS011 as specified on the box. So what is a model number FS011 that goes by the name The Sorceress? Believe it or not, it's a third-party inspirational piece of Yennefer from the Witcher books and video games, predominantly Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. And being the curious creature that I am, always yearning to see what's new in the world of collectibles, and in this case I was researching if anything at all was new in regards to Witcher figures of any kind, and lo and behold I came across this figure. And you may ask, why pray tell couldn't I resist in buying a third-party Yennefer figure of all things? Is it the box? Well, as nice as the box is, nope, it wasn't the box. Is it what's inside? Well, I guess the only way to find out is obviously to see what's inside this mystery box. So let's take a quick gander and get the top part of the box open. And let's get the foam part off as well. And here she is, finally. And as you'll see, she was well worth getting and will be a one-of-a-kind in my collection. Let me just take the plastic cover off from her head sculpt there. Now, I've already briefly opened the box up, and aside from what you see in the box, you also get this bag which holds her scarf. A nifty little bonus on top of the accessories that you get. And other than getting the lovely Yen herself, you also get, as I said earlier, some accessories. You get, let's scroll down here. You get two blue power effect accessories, one for each hand if need be. You get a red power accessory for the right hand, and you get a total of 4 hands, a pair of gloved hands and a regular gesture, and right and left gloved hands for spellcasting purposes. Now, I had one little issue with her, which I'll touch base on soon enough, but to get to that, let's first get her fully out of the box and into the real world. And here she is, looking quite posh, as I've always thought of Yennefer to be quite posh. And according to the specs via GiantToy.com, where I purchased her, it says that her coat is made of hand-sewed leather, and although it didn't say what her corset is made of, it does look quite lovely as well. Aside from that, it states that both her belts are made of genuine leather too. And as noted, also noted that her boots are made of genuine leather as well. Speaking of boots, let's zoom in and start to see what this lovely figure looks like. The boots look very detailed with seemingly metal studs to complement them even further. Very nice detail there. Kind of looks like it's half leather, half suede, but looks very nice nonetheless. Moving up, we see that she is also wearing black sexy stockings. How could Geralt resist? And overlapping, we see her wearing a posh looking black skirt, which kind of sort of is covering a much shorter skirt or undergarments. I can't really tell. Her genuine leather belt right there looks very nice. And her complementary upper belt looks even more stylish, with the studs and threads just yearning to be noticed. Same goes for that corset. It just has so much detail that it's kind of mind-blowing to think this is to be a third-party figure. The leather coat perfectly blends in with the corset as well. It kind of has this sheen to it. The current hands are her regular glove-wearing hands. Very, very nice indeed. Now, the feathered part of her coat, although looking very nicely done, to me it's not looking like a coat as stated because of the feathery fashion statement that Yen's quite known for. It should have been called a blouse and not a coat, but hey, it's not a big deal. Call it what it is. It looks quite exemplary nonetheless. They've even added Yen's medallion or necklace, which is a neat little bonus. And her face looks, well, like I said before, very posh. I wasn't sold on the face initially by looking at the pictures, but once I got her in hand, I saw what they were going for. She's got this sophisticated, serious look, and so I think they went for more of a savvy face over a full sultry one. Kind of 60% savvy, 40%, 60%, yeah, about 60% savvy to 40% sultry, which is just fine with me. That's what Yennefer's always been to me. The hair is shiny black and is implanted or rooted and looks just right for this type of mold. So yeah, overall I do love this figure. Really, really nice. And interestingly enough, it seems as though her arms and legs are made of hardened plastic, and the top part of her torso is made of soft PVC material to give it that slight realistic feel. Give you an example right there. There's the hardened plastic, and the top part, the PVC soft material, very similar to the Daenerys 3-0 figure that I bought and coincidentally reviewed a couple reviews ago. Just pointing that out, take it as you will. But aside from that, this is a fantastic third-party attempt at Yennefer. Very, very nice indeed. So let's take a, you know what? Let's take a quick gander at the back. And while I do that, I'd like to point out that the only major qualm that I had, that I really have, is it wasn't all that easy to make her stand. And you can kind of feel it in the ankle area. It just feels a bit too loose there. Although I didn't inspect it further and seeing if there's any way I can rectify that other than getting a stand for her. So be prepared in having that as an issue, but it's not big enough of an issue not to have this figure. Definitely get it if you can. Anyways, for now I'm going to show you some amateur poses that I put together with some of her accessories, and afterwards I'll give you my final verdict. The final verdict for a 6-scale third-party attempt at Yennefer from the Witcher series. SW World did a fantastic job. There's some kind of 3.0 likeness to her via some of her engineering. I can't really delve further as to all the whys, except that I'm not a 3.0 expert, and I don't claim to be, and that the only real 3.0 figure that I have is the Daenerys figure that I got earlier this year. I got a little late on the Game of Thrones wagon there, so I hope to catch up on those. But other than that, that's simply how she feels to me. And other than the unstable ankle issue, everything else seems solid. Now then, the facial aesthetics might be a hit or miss with some of you, because you'll either like a posh, sophisticated, somewhat mature Yen face mold, or a full-out, sultry, sexy one. I personally love how they try to incorporate the best of both worlds, not just in her face, but the overall figure from the mold to clothing and the overall look and style that they chose for this Yennefer attempt. So yeah, even though I don't collect third-party figures on a normal ongoing basis, I do highly recommend anyone who's a Witcher fan, let alone a Yennefer fan, to pick up this rare figure if you still can. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks as though she's on sale at gianttoy.com. I think the regular price is $149 USD, on sale for $139. I'm not sure if that's the case now. Hopefully it is. And they do offer free shipping. So how about that? And of course, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this review, please like, sub, and comment. And as always, keep it real. Even if real means bringing out your toys is bringing out some fun.